What's up, everyone? It's me, Bobby G, and I'm back for another episode of me going through Contraption Maker. And if you saw the last episode, you know we had quite a successful episode. I think we got 5 puzzles done in one episode, and we made it to underwater entrance. So now, without further ado, let's go to Going Up. Help Milton test out his new mouse lift. Get him home. Alright, Milton. Nothing wrong with a good old mouse lift to hopefully get away from the cats that might want to be catching you. And, well, as we always say, folks, let's just get a bit of a lay of the land here and see what is the moving part. Of course, that's the cannonball. Cannonball's probably going to have to smash the poor little fish bowl, which will make the cat go this way, and flip this switch here. To which, well, there's a couple options we can do from there. One is, of course, get the blue laser going, which it seems it's going to need to. And, well, here's the lift here. So, I don't know, let's just see. We're so far so good. Indeed we are. And one of the things I didn't notice the first time was that this balloon goes shooting way up into the sky. And, well, to be truthful here, I'm not exactly sure what the blue laser is going to help us do. It's going to turn on the vacuum cleaner, of course, but, well, so what? I'm not entirely sure what that matters quite yet. And, well, here's also a gravity plate, which will, well, I suppose, obviously it'll reverse gravity, but we just have to see here. I'm a little unsure of how this scissor is going to come into play. Cannonball doesn't really go anywhere interesting, and, well, the laser certainly doesn't hit the scissors. So, okay, let's see. We certainly have a belt. Not sure where this is actually going to come into play either. Maybe something like this. It'll at least stop the balloon from going all the way up. Ladies and gentlemen, so far I am a little confused. Let's see. It's very interesting that this vacuum cleaner's here, because I really am not sure why. I'm really not sure why it's there just yet. Well, perhaps we can get a little bit of a pinwheel going. And one thing is, does the vacuum cleaner affect the pinwheel? It does. Okay, well that at least gives us some instance of maybe what we need to be doing here. And, well, if the gravity is going to make the balloon fall, that should make the scissors cut the rope. So maybe this is all we need, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just take a look here. Indeed, and, well, Milton went for a bit of a wild ride there. Well, how's our buddy Milton gonna get home when the bucket just makes him fly all crazy like? Well, I feel as if something's not quite right, obviously, here. Maybe we need to get this bucket out of the way. I mean, give it some room, I mean. Is that part of the situation here? And, well, he certainly went flying and... Okay, so the bucket was getting jammed up on the vacuum cleaner, but once we got that sorted, looks like Milton made it to his little mouse home. I'm not even sure he needed the cheese. It looked like he flew right on top of the door. On to temporary laser. Pop the 3 balloons. You only have one chance to pop every balloon before the laser turns off. Okay. Well, here's obviously 1, 2, 3 balloons. And here's a laser. So it's telling us that we only have one chance to turn off. We only have one chance to turn off all the lasers. So, well, I think I'm kind of guessing that this soccer ball is going to have to hit the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel is going to have to make the balloon at least go up to here, which will hopefully get in range of the laser. And then that leaves, let's see, well, we have an electric motor. How can we utilize this electric motor? Maybe it'll make the bucket fall off the edge, which will then, of course, hit the scissors. And that should get all 3 balloons at least in range of the laser. Let's see if that's all we need. Let's see. And, well, almost. Let's see, the bucket went the other way. And I actually didn't even realize that this little plate here was going to hover up and hit the bellow. Let's see if changing the direction here is... Ah! Temporary laser indeed, but no match for us as we even have one of the pieces left over. Easy peasy, ladies and gentlemen. Off onto Helping Hand. Use punching fists to punch the blue balloon off the top of the screen. Alright. Well, we have 2 punching fists. We can at least put one of them right next to the balloon in question. Let's just see. Okay, one of the moving parts, of course, is this basketball, which if I had to take a wild guess... Let's see, can this fit here? If I had to take a wild guess, we're going to need it to hit this baseball, which will come on over and hit the hamster wheel, and, well, what is that going to do for us? I'm not sure just yet. Well, probably something like this. But then the question is, what does this get hung onto? Well, I'm not 100% sure just yet. Let's just see how far we got so far. Well, that obviously is in the way. Let's try it one more time here. Boing. And, well, we're gonna need at least one more punching fist to do the dirty work for us, so to speak. But how are we going to position it? That's interesting. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of something with the rope and the laser. And, well... No, actually, I think we might have it backwards, ladies and gentlemen, because if you take a look, it seems as if we need to punch the balloon off the right side of the screen, not the left. So, maybe something like this. Let's see how far we've gotten with all this. And, well, that certainly didn't do what we wanted it to do. I think the balloon, or the baseball even stopped. Well, and that's certainly not pulling... That's not pulling any strings, is it, folks? Well, are we any better off if we kind of just rearrange things here? Not really. Can we have, well, I'm a little perplexed, actually. We don't seem to have any rope pulley to aid us. Ah, there we go. There we go. And boing, boing, boing. Ah. Well, of course, the last piece to the puzzle is somehow to stop the laser. Somehow stop the laser, and I don't know. Is that enough? Do we even need that to have anything plugged into it, or do we just need to stop the laser? Well, it certainly is stopped, and voila! Not another difficult one, if I must say so. Or either that, or we're getting pretty good, folks, going through all these puzzles. So far, so good, I must say. Be free, Phil! Look at this chaotic background. Very interesting. Break Phil's fishbowl and set him free. Here's our buddy Phil. And, well, this certainly looks like quite the contraption here. Let's take a look. The only moving part we have is a cannonball, which I guess is going to do something here. Not sure what it's going to do. Have a bit of a cannonball. Let's see. Well, if I had to guess, the cannonball has to do something. Maybe it has to get way up to the top here, and well, let's see. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like this, ladies and gentlemen. And, well, maybe something along these lines. I'm not sure if we're going to need this piece for anything else. Let's see if that at least will go. Oh, well, we blocked the, huh. Okay, well, maybe we don't need this, and we actually need this piece of pipe. Let's give it a shot here. Oops. Yep. That'll at least get the bowling ball over here. Or the cannonball, rather. Excuse me. And let's see here. After that fact, the cannonball will... Well, it needs to get something has to happen here to get this conveyor belt moving, but I'm really not sure what exactly. If we take a note here, what is this thing? It is a laser mixer, and the laser mixer probably has something to do with this, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not sure what. Not sure what exactly. Maybe we need a bit of a splitter. Well, we certainly have it splitting the red. Can we move it just a bit and have them split both? Not exactly, huh, folks? Well, something obviously happened there, didn't it? But I feel as if we certainly need to figure out how this conveyor belt is going to get moving. And we have no ability to take the belt off of that one. But I guess we do have the ability to combine them like that. Okay, well, no big deal. We have these gears, basically for a reason. And if you hook up enough gears, we all know that it basically changes the direction of the conveyor belt. Let's just see how far we've gotten here. Not bad, and, well, be free, Phil. Be free, my friend. Set free, only to die, actually. So I'm not sure how good of a deal that is for our buddy Phil. Nonetheless, though, it is done. Off on to King of the Jungle. King Waldo hungers. Whew, I like it when Waldo's a beast. Feed the royal cat, a Milton mouse. Well, I suppose worse things have happened, and, well, this is another chaotic background, a little bit of a thunderstorm going on, and, well, folks, we certainly have enough parts here, don't we? Let's get a lay of the land and see if we can figure out what is a moving part. And not much, folks. Would you look at that? Not much is a moving part. Not at all. We at least have a motor. I suppose the motor will help us in some regard. How, though, I suppose, is obviously the initial question. And, well, there's no scissor. There's no scissor to break this, so what does that mean for us exactly? Well, maybe we need to send the Milton Mouse flying. He'll go flying, and, well, this is obviously in his way. So how is that going to get moved? That's a pretty good challenge right there, because I don't immediately see a light source. I do not immediately see a light source whatsoever. And we have one piece of rope that'll obviously hook onto that for some reason. And, well, I suppose the other part will go onto here, but the thing is, how does that get triggered? I forget how this gets triggered. Ah. By that, some sort of means. Whew, this one's tough, folks. I'm a little perplexed, and we already have. So what is going to trigger this to fall? That is a good question. That's a very good question, and perhaps we might need a little bit of assistance. Well, we only have 2 gears. And, well, if we only have 2 gears. How is that helping us? How is that helping us, folks? And, well, maybe something like this. Maybe we actually need the bowling ball to push the... Maybe we actually need the bowling ball to push the bucket off the edge, which will probably pull the lantern down. Well, maybe we're on to something now, folks. Let's just give this a try. And, well, it kind of did something, didn't it, folks? Luckily, the rope pulley is not in our way, and, well, that is exactly one of the things we have to do. So, okay. Well, that's good in a way. The only other thing now, of course, is how do we... Can we do something crazy like this? Oh, we can. So, okay. So far, so good then, folks. So far, so good. And then, of course, we're going to need to do a little something like this, I think. Going to need to do a little something like this to get the other conveyor belt going. And, well, how far does that get us, actually? We'll get Milton Mouse all the way over, and that's it. Well, that's interesting. We didn't even use a large portion of the pieces. In fact, these two here, the little teeter-totter and the pull generator, were not even necessary. And, well, we managed to make it work, folks. That's the one thing that's enjoyable. There's more than one way, obviously, to solve these puzzles, and sometimes I feel like I take a shortcut. I'm not sure. But we're on to Trouble on the Tracks. The train is trying to make a delivery, but there are sheep on the tracks. Oh, look at this giant sheep. This is the first time we've seen anything like this. Blow the whistle to scare them away. Okay. Well, as we always say, 2 moving parts. This time we have a crate, and we also have a bouncy ball. And, well, how are we going to do this, ladies and gentlemen? Let's just take one thing at a time. The rope is obviously going to go onto the very large, I don't even know what you call it, wrecking ball, I guess, as it were. And, well, what else is going to go on here? What else is going to go on here? We have, well, we're obviously going to need a belt to hook onto this in some fashion. So we'll put a belt on there, and, well, we're going to need this conveyor belt for some reason. No, that doesn't work. So there's one more belt that might go onto a conveyor belt. And the belt might go onto the pinwheel. There we go. There we go. And the bellow is going to have something to do with this. Something to do with this. Let's see. I wonder if the crate will fall over past the pinwheel, or if the pinwheel will get in its way. Let's just take a little bit of a gander and... Okay. Well, this crate is... Actually, I don't think the crate is meant to fall. It's probably meant to start the old generator. But the thing... well, the difficult thing here is... See, the laser's going to get stopped by the wall, right? Yeah. So how do we then get this going? See? Let's see, we need maybe something like this. Maybe a little something like this. It should power the solar generator. Let's see how far we can make it. Okay. Well, so far so good. And the only other thing then is, well, so what if that... Okay. Well, maybe something like this, folks. Let's just give it a try. And that should pull the generator. Well, I guess I need to give it a little more room than that. And hopefully then that will blow the whistle. Pull the rope and blow the whistle. And the puzzle win conditions seem to be triggered before the whistle even blew. So, well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was another pretty successful run of puzzles that I think we maybe are getting a lot of practice under our belt, because those haven't felt too difficult. I'd say that's another successful episode, and I thank you all for watching. Please stay tuned for the next episode.